Also, while watching the 7 p.m. in Brooklyn podcast, I mean, Melo talking. It's gonna go viral in the basketball world because it's Melo. But Melo touched on a subject that I didn't even think about as a fan of the game. Now we all know Melo was drafted by the Nuggets, and I think it's a lot of fans out there who know ball, who's watching. Like me, I watched Melo's entire career. I remember him getting drafted. I remember that draft class. I remember Detroit Pistons choosing Darko Milicic over Carmelo. I remember him, D-Wade, Brun, Chris Bosh. That was probably one of the greatest draft classes of all time. But Melo put in work when he first came to the NBA. He had his time where he was just on a crazy run. Him and Brun came in. Brun won Rookie of the Year, but a lot of people will argue that Melo should have won because both teams, the Cavaliers and the Nuggets, was not playoff contending teams. They were bad teams in their respective conferences. But Melo, when he got drafted, his team went to the playoffs. LeBron didn't went to the playoffs. Their stats were damn near similar. LeBron averaged, I think, 19.75 and 5. Melo averaged, I think, 20.6 rebounds, 3 or 4 assists. Numbers was right there, but Melo team went to the playoffs. LeBron didn't. But LeBron still ended up winning Rookie of the Year. With that being said, Melo goes on to have a great career in a Denver Nuggets uniform. Number 15, by the way. And that's where this conversation came about. Like, we all know, as ball fans, we know the work Melo put in a Denver Nuggets uniform. Like, we know that. But it's another guy that's there right now that's putting in that fucking work wearing the number 15 in that uniform. And we can argue that he is the greatest Nuggets player of all time. Already. And this is something, like I said, Melo got that G14 classification. He is a Hall of Famer. Top 75 player of all times. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it in this episode. Top 75, Melo. But you got that boy, Nikola Jokic. He will be the first center to average a triple-double, man. This man is breaking records nonstop. He went 4 games only missing 5 shots. Like, that's unheard of. 4 games and only shooting 89% over 4 games, over a 4-game span is insane, especially when you're the star player. But nevertheless, let's just put it out there. 2 times MVP, 1 times final MVP. Melo, great player. One of the greatest. But let's just be honest, man. The question was, does Melo feel a way about Jokic having that number and him having 15? If they retire the jersey, it's not going to be Melo's number getting retired in Denver. It will be Nikola Jokic. He feel like the franchise gave Nikola Jokic that number purposely. And I love Melo, man. But I gotta call it. He definitely wrong on that one. Like, I understand his relationship and how he got traded. They say he forced his way out. I mean, he forced his way out. He requested for a trade. He got out of there. Okay. When he came back, when he went to play for the New York Knicks, he came back, fans booing him. We know how fans is bitter once their star leave the team. But, he said they had some issues. He had issues with the front office, all that, the NBA stuff, regular NBA drama stuff with superstars in the front office, them not getting on the same page. Basically, that's what it is, and I don't know the details of that, so I ain't gonna speak too much of that. I mean, if he feel that way, I mean, he got a reason, and that's something I don't know. But as a fan, looking at the game and understanding that Nikola Jokic had this number since he was a kid. He had 15 since he was a kid. Now, he may have looked up to Carmelo as a kid. We don't know that. I don't know that. I haven't read anything like that doing research, so I'm not gonna say that. He may have, but the organization didn't give him that number to spite you. You know why? Because Jokic was the 41st pick. They didn't know Jokic was gonna be Jokic. When he got drafted, a fucking Taco Bell commercial was on. When he got drafted, a Taco Bell commercial was on. We didn't even get to see him walk on the stage. Like, nobody was watching. They didn't have everything invested to him and like, all right, here you go, Jokic, number 15. You're going to be the next guy. No, he had to earn his way to that. Jokic averaged 9 points his first season. He worked to become the star that he is today. So much respect to Jokic. Much respect to Melo too. But I'm sorry, man, Melo. I mean, like you said, it was a different front office then. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna be honest. He brought the Nuggets their first ring. He's a Finals MVP and a 2-time season MVP, and he's been dominating. He's been dominating the NBA for the last 4 to 5 years, man. Jokic is that guy. Sorry, Melo. He's the better player. He's gonna pass you in points. He's almost 1,000 points ahead of him, but we know he's gonna pass that. He's gonna beat you on the all-time scoring list. He's the all-time leader in assists, all-time leader in rebounds, all-time leader. All-time leader. This is for the Denver Nuggets. All-time leader in assists, all-time leader in rebounds, all-time leader in triple doubles. Yeah, he's gonna go down as. Shout out to Alex English, but Jokic is gonna go down as the best player to ever put on a Denver Nuggets jersey. Jokic will go down as the best player. Shout out to Alex English, but Jokic will go down as the best player to ever put on a Nuggets jersey. And that's facts.